Hello kids. In last video we have studied about the different views in MS PowerPoint and how we can create a slide and how we can format the text, how we can make the text underline, italic and bold. Now in this video we are going to study about the alignments. See, alignment means PowerPoint allows you to position the selected text with respect to the right or left margin. Okay, so there are four alignment options. You can see this window here. You can see this is the left line, this is center align, this is right align, and this is justify. Okay, so we have four kind of alignments. Left align means the text is going to be aligned to the left margin. Okay, and in center means the text is going to be aligned to the center. Okay, like suppose I'm selecting this text only. Now if we are going to click on the left, it is already in the left. Now we are going to select the center. Now you can see the text has been aligned in the center, and from here you can align it in the right side, and this is as a justified. Okay, so suppose I have selected the justified option. So you understood, I hope. So these are the alignments. This is left, center, right and justify. So the steps are very simple. You have understood that first we will select the text, then we will make sure that the home tab is selected. Okay, this is the home tab, and under that you have to select the paragraph group, and under that you can select any of the align, like you can align the text left, right, center or justify. Okay, next thing is how we can change the case. Cases means how we can change the letters, like the capitalization of the selected text can also be changed. So the change case features give you 5 options. You can see the 5 options. Okay, we'll see it afterwards. First I'll explain you what are the 5 options. First is sentence case, second is lowercase, then uppercase, then capitalize each word, and then the toggle case. Okay, now sentence case means this option will capitalize the first letter of the first word of the selected text. As whenever you are writing in English or whatever, in whichever subject you are writing, what do you write? You write a sentence and the first letter of the first word is always the capitalized letter. Okay, so this is how the sentence case is used. Next thing is the lowercase. See, this option will change all the letters in the selected text to the small case. Small case means the small letters. Now third is the uppercase. This option will capitalize all the letters in the selected text. Okay. And fourth is the capitalize each word. That means this option will capitalize the first letter of each word in the selected text. Okay. Last one is your toggle case. This option will change the case of the selected letters. It will change all the lowercase letters to the uppercase and all the uppercase letters to the lowercase. Now I will show you how we can do that. See, first we will select the text. Like I'm selecting this text. Now go to the home tab. After that, go to the font group. Okay, this one is the font group. Now you can see this option, capital A and small a. This is a change case option. Okay, now click it. You can see the 5 options are available: sentence case, lowercase, uppercase, capitalize each word, and the toggle case. Now if I am selecting the sentence case, okay, so I'm selecting this text, this winter assignment. Okay, now we'll go here. Now click on the sentence case. You can see the first letter, first character has been capitalized as it is behaving like a sentence. Now we will go to the lower case. Now you can see all the letters are changed to the small letters. The third is your uppercase. All the letters are capitalized. Okay, and in the fourth one, capitalize each word. That means the first character of each word is going to be capitalized, like W and A. Now in toggle case, see, you can see the words which were in capital, they have changed to the small, and the words which were characters which were in small letters, they have changed to the capital letters. So this is how we can use these cases. Okay, now I have made it to earlier position with the help of Control plus Z. Okay, that means undo. Okay, so next topic is adding bullets and numberings. Okay, what are bullets and numberings? Bullets and numberings are used to present textual information clearly and concisely. Okay, if you write something in a paragraph, it is not easy to learn, but if you write something in points, it is very easy to understand it. Okay, now we are going to create a new slide. You can click here, right click. Now you can click on the new slide. Okay, otherwise you can select from here also. Now suppose I'm writing here the subjects. Suppose I'm writing class 5 subjects. Okay, okay, so we want to mention here the different subjects, and for that we can add the bullets also and numbering also. So the text having the proper bullets and numbering is more readable, as I told you, as paragraphs are not more readable. And to show a sequential process, that means a sequence like 1 2 3 4 like this, the numbering is used. Okay, and when the sequence is not important, at that time we can use the bullets. Bullet means the different symbols. So bullets and numberings can be multi-level. Okay, so to add different bullets, we can select the required text, or just we can go to the home tab, and under the home tab you can see here this is a paragraph group. Okay, now you will click on the drop down arrow of the bullets. Now this is the drop down arrow. Suppose this one is the drop down arrow, I'm selecting this symbol. Okay, so I will write down maths, science, English. Okay, now if I want to add the numbers, now we can select here, you can go to the paragraph group, and from here you can select the different numbers. Like this is 1 2 3, this is with a close bracket, and then this is a Roman number list, this is capital ABCD, this is small ABCD list, then this is without the braces, and this is the small Roman numbers. Okay, and these were the capital Roman numbers. So we can select any one of them. Suppose I'm selecting this. Now you can write down different subjects, like you are writing computer. Okay, second we are writing we have left the social science. Now suppose the third one is the general knowledge. So this is what, this is bullets. Okay, and this is what, this is numbering. In this, sequence is important, but in this, sequence is not much important. Okay, now next thing is indenting text. Okay, indenting is used between the paragraphs to distinguish them and make them more readable. You can indent either the first line or the entire paragraph, means giving the spaces between the paragraphs. So when indented, the paragraph does not start from the margin. And indentation is also used in the bulleted or number text to show that the list is multi-level. Okay, so the main bullet or number starts from the left margin. Now you can see these all are left aligned. Okay, so the next level start from slightly towards the right side of the margin. Now how we will do this? We will place the cursor before the first letter of the paragraph. Okay, suppose we are writing a paragraph. Okay, so here I have written a paragraph for you. Like the heading is environment, and there are two paragraphs. Okay, environment is everything which surrounds us naturally and affects our daily lives on the earth. Second paragraph is our environment is getting affected to the great extent by the means of air pollution, etc. Now we have to place the indent in these paragraphs. So what we are going to do, we will go to the home tab. Okay, from here you will go to the paragraph group. Okay, and from here you will click the launcher. This one is the launcher. Now now you can see indent and spacing pop-up has been came. So from here we will click the drop down arrows of the special box. Now suppose we are selecting the justified in this. After that we can enter before text, like we can give it 0, or you can just reduce it. Okay. Now in special box you can select on hanging, first line, etc. So suppose we have selected the first line. Okay, so after that, by in the spin box we can use up and down arrows to change the indents. We can increase or decrease it. Now click on the OK button. Okay, now you can see your paragraph has been indented. So you can see there is space from the left margin. Okay, your paragraph is started from the bit right hand side, and you can also use the left and right indent icon to set the indentation. Okay, now these you can see this is the left and the right indentation. Now similarly, if you want to indent a bulleted or a number list, so we have written the bulleted and the number list in the second slide. We will open the second slide, and here you will click on the we will place the cursor here. Okay, in the second line. Now you can go to the home tab, and from the paragraph group again you will click on the launcher. Okay, and now here you can select again the justified, and the first line we can select from here. Okay, and by also we can change, like we can give it 0.5. Okay, now in this we will click OK. You can see your this bullet has been gone bit to the right hand side. Okay, so this is how you can indent the bullets also and numberings also. I'm selecting again. Okay, I'm just selecting centered, and then again from the first line. Okay, now you can see the space has been given, because earlier I have reduced the space to 0.5. Now the space is 0.38. Okay, so this is how you will indent the bullets and the numbers, and how you can indent the paragraphs. Okay, and next topic we are going to continue in the next video. Thank you.